Oh, now you care. Now, because The Last of Us Season 2 is trending on every corner of the internet. Suddenly, everyone's pretending like they've always been loyal followers of this gritty, post-apocalyptic genre. Give me a break. Y'all were the same people who ghosted Days Gone when it launched in 2019. You ignored it, trashed it, and left it to rot like an old can of beans in an abandoned safe house. But now that HBO's back with the cordyceps drama, the clicker tears, and the Eliabi emotional roller coaster, suddenly you're all zombie game connoisseurs. Spare me the performance. Let me shout it out loud for the folks in the back who just got here. Play Days Gone Remastered. Let's not forget, Days Gone didn't just fall through the cracks. It got pushed through them. Critics came in swinging. Bugs, sure, I'll give you that. Lack of polish, yep. Launch day roughness, absolutely. But let me ask you this, since when did bugs stop people from worshipping Bethesda games like their religious texts? Let's be real, people came for Days Gone with a damn vengeance. They acted like Deacon St. John was just some knockoff Daryl Dixon from Wish.com. And the narrative, oh no, how dare a gruff, emotionally damaged man ride a motorbike through a post-apocalyptic Oregon trying to find hope in a broken world. How original, right? They dismissed it like it was just background noise. But here's the truth they don't want to admit. Days Gone was good. No, scratch that. Days Gone was immersive, gripping, and severely underrated. Sure, it didn't have Neil Druckmann's poetic metaphors and Oscar-worthy dialogue. But what it did have was soul. It had heart. It had a world that punished you, but never stopped daring you to survive. And let's talk about that world for a second. You've got Oregon in full apocalypse mode, trees swallowing buildings, ruins crawling with freakers, and that overwhelming sense that if you let your guard down for one damn second, you're dead meat. There's nothing quite like the moment when the wind starts to howl, your bike sputters on fumes, thunder cracks overhead, and you hear the wailing shriek of a freaker echoing across the hills. You're not a gamer at that point. You're a survivor. You're in it, and this is what makes Days Gone something special. It's not trying to make you cry. It's trying to make you fight. And don't even get me started on Deacon St. John, this man's been through hell, lost his wife, lost his friends, and is holding on by the skin of his teeth. He's not noble. He's not gentle. He's not the kind of guy who gives tearful monologues while strumming a guitar. He's pissed off, he's traumatized, and he's out for blood. And when he rides into a horde of freakers on a battered, fire-breathing motorbike with a sawed-off shotgun and a nail-spiked baseball bat-bats, when you understand what this game is really about. It's not about saving the world. It's about surviving it. And sometimes that means breaking bones, blowing heads off, and doing whatever the hell it takes. The Last of Us wants you to feel. Days Gone wants you to endure. And there's power in that. Let's talk gameplay. Crafting in Days Gone feels urgent, desperate. You don't just leisurely stroll through a menu like you're shopping for snacks. You're making decisions on the fly. Do I craft a Molotov or a bandage? Do I fight or run? Do I fix my bike or leave it and sneak past the horde? The game forces you to think, plan, and pray. The horde fights are not just a gimmick. They're a nightmare ballet of chaos and carnage. You lure 100-plus freakers into an abandoned mill, setting traps, throwing fire, jumping fences, and hoping your shotgun doesn't jam. Your palms sweat, your heart races, and when it's over, you're just happy to be alive. Now, with the remaster out on PS5 and PC, it's finally getting the spotlight it deserved from the start. The lighting, gorgeous. The night skies, spooky as hell. The rain, feels like a damn horror film. The performance, smooth. And horde mode. Let's just say if you're not sweating after 10 minutes, you're doing it wrong. This is no lazy port. This is Ben's studio showing up, delivering, and saying, hey, we told you this game was worth it. And finally, people are starting to listen. But you know what still burns me up? They pitched a sequel and Sony said no. No, are you kidding me? You greenlight every damn live service, copy-paste, loot grind garbage fest, and this, you turned down. They were going to give us co-op. They were going to expand the world. They had a whole shared universe vision. But what did we get instead? Radio silence, a live service project that got canceled, a few vague tweets from community managers saying, we're working on cool stuff. No disrespect, but cool stuff don't pay the emotional debt this game left behind. We got a cliffhanger that's been hanging off the edge for 5 years. What happened to O'Brien? What was going to happen next? There's a whole damn fanbase out here begging to know, signing petitions, replaying the game, holding out hope. So I'm talking to you, the player who skipped it. I'm talking to you, the one who's watching Ellie slice and dice her way through HBO. And I'm talking to you, the gamer who keeps begging for something fresh in the zombie genre. This is it. This is your second chance. Buy it, play it, shout about it, make some damn noise. Because if there's any justice left in the gaming world, Days Gone 2 deserves to be made. and Bend Studio deserves to finish what they started. Look, I'm not saying Days Gone is better than The Last of Us. That'd be a lie, but I am saying this. If you love the tension, the stealth, the desperation, the apocalypse, then this remaster is your underrated masterpiece in waiting. Don't let it rot. Don't wait for another 10 years later. Hidden Gem YouTube documentary. Be the fan base it deserved in 2019. Today, this is Deacon's last ride. Let's make it count.